Boys, you are seeing and hearing it right. Your boy has a microphone. So now the audios is going to be a lot better, and I'm very hype about that. Today we got chest, back, biceps, quads. I'm gonna record my split. I'm gonna explain my split sometime in this video. Got some bad news. It's kind of crazy because I kind of had talked about it yesterday. So it's kind of crazy that it's happening, that it happened. I guess I'll tell you. So yesterday I made a video about life, and just having gratitude and being happy with the way things are. Not being happy with the way things are, but be appreciative of what you have, right? Because nothing's promised to you. You don't deserve anything, right? Everything that you have was, you were blessed to have, right? And I had given an example of, some people, you could always find something to complain about, there's always something that you can complain about. So my example was, you could get mad about, you're on the way to work and you get a flat tire. You could get mad about that, but that's such a finite thing to get mad about. In the grand scheme of things in life, that's such a minute thing. Why get mad about it? Well, guess what happened? I didn't get a flat tire, but my car broke down, bro. I had to get my car towed, bro. So I had to practice what I preach. So yeah, I think God was kind of testing me there, trying to see, okay, you say this, are you really gonna follow it? Yeah, man. So my car got towed this morning on the way to work. Bummer, but it is what it is. But yeah, so today we got chest, shoulders, and biceps and quads. So I guess I'll explain my split now that I got that out. So I run posterior, anterior. So it's really self-explanatory. Posterior days, which is the back side of your body, I do back, triceps, rear delts, glutes, abductors, and calves, because that's the muscles on the back side of my body. Very self-explanatory. And then the anterior, vice versa. Chest. I do shoulders just because I feel like that's you already train chest, so why not train shoulders? So I do chest, shoulders, biceps, quads, adductors, and then that's really it. But yeah, I used to do upper lower. The only reason that I started to do what I do now is because my legs, I don't know if y'all could tell in the videos, but they kind of overpower, right? My legs are a lot bigger than my upper body. It's getting better. Is it because my upper body got bigger? I don't know. I think it's because my legs got a little bit smaller. But it's okay because I'm about to start pushing hard everything. So maybe now that they're kind of close, I can grow them at the same rate. In the last video, I had talked about my plans. I guess not the last video. I talked about my plans to be a personal trainer, and I don't really know how that's going. I called the dude from Crunch. His name's George. George, if you're seeing this, come on, bro, hit me up. But I called him today, and he didn't answer me. I texted him, he didn't answer, so it's not looking good. But hey, it is what it is. I still have a job. I still get to do this. Y'all still get to watch. I'm still making TikToks and stuff like that. Yeah, I hope my car low key. So my car is a 2008 Kia Sorento. Now, don't get me wrong. That car is perfect. Okay, it gets me from A to B. It has 4 wheels, 4 doors. The AC works. Nice sound system. I put a 12 back in the back. So it goes boom, bro. Like if I go by your house, I might knock the pictures off the wall. Not literally, but you get what I mean, right? Like it sounds pretty good, but it's been driven now. I got it with like, I want to say 28,000 miles. I put, what's the math on that? I put 72 on it, so it's like 100,000. Maybe that math is wrong, right? I don't know. I graduated a long time ago. Graduated last year. But yeah, so like, but my mom was saying that it costs more. If it costs more to fix it than it's worth, then we're just not gonna fix it, you know? Like, what's the point in fixing it if it's not worth that much anyways? So, you know what that means. What should we talk about? Let's talk about intensity. Talk about intensity in your workout. When we go to the gym, we're going in there with a goal, and the goal is to build muscle, or the goal is to lose weight, or the goal is to just get in better shape. Whatever the goal is, you should go in there with that intent. And I'm talking specifically on building muscle. If you are someone that is in the gym that is skinny or fat that wants to build muscle, why would you go into the gym and half-ass it? Maybe you don't go in there and half-ass it. Maybe you just don't know how to train. Okay, so I'll break it down for you right now. When you're doing, it honestly depends on your split, right? My rule of thumb is you should have 6 sets per muscle group for the week, right? So let's say you run PPL. You do push, pull, legs, rest, push, pull, legs. So if you do chest twice a week, because push, you have 2 pushes a week. If you do push twice a week, you should be doing 3 sets in that workout every time you work it out. Because yeah, you could do like 7, 8, but it gets to a point where it's not necessary. Like you get to a point in your workout where you're doing so much volume that it's just fluff work. Like muscle grows with the most amount of mechanical tension that you can put on it. So whatever your effort is, your effort should be 100%. You should be able to go in there and go as hard as possible for 2 sets, right? Like, yeah, your rep range might come down maybe a rep or 2 from set 1 to set 2, but it shouldn't be that much, right? Now, let's say you do 6 sets. If you go in there, your first set, obviously you're going to be the strongest. You're going to get, let's say you get 12. I never go that high, but let's say you go in there and you get 12 reps. By that 6th set, you're getting probably 6, half of what you got the first time. Now, what set do you think built more muscle? The set that you were pushing as hard as you could to failure, or the set that, yeah, you might have been pushing hard. Was it as hard as you could? No, obviously not, because you just did that same weight for 12 reps. So obviously you weren't pushing as hard as you were the last time, but you're tired now. So now you're not pushing as hard as you were and you're fatigued. Well, you're not pushing as hard as you were because you're fatigued. And I think this goes with any type of training that people try to do. You should train the same way, because muscle building is not a opinion. It's a fact, because that is biology. Like that is biomechanics. Like muscle building does not it is not determined by how you feel you should work out. Like I used to do this all the time. Like, oh, I feel like I want to do another set, you know? Like, oh, I feel like I want to burn out on this set. I just want to feel the burn. Now, let's say you're training just because, like, you know, you want to have fun and you don't really care about the muscle gain and you can care less about, like, the results. Then, you know what? This video isn't for you. Like, fuck it. Like, do whatever you want, right? But if you're going there with the intent of being the best you possibly can be, you're going to do everything that you can to make sure that you maximize your training. You're going to maximize everything. And training is going to be one of those number one things. So if you know for a fact that, okay, I should only do 2 sets because I know if I go any further, I'm just going to dig myself in a hole, then you should only do 2 sets. Now, people nowadays, like, I feel like a lot of like the SBL community, for those of you who don't know, science-based lifting, I feel like a lot of them treat it like an excuse to not push as hard. If I go in there and I want to, I can. If I go in there and I push 100%, I can go to the point, just in 1 set, I can make myself want to throw up. Because I'm pushing so hard and I'm trying so hard. And that's how it should be. Like, you should be in there with the intent of fucking shit up. Excuse my language. Intensity changed my physique like so much. Like when you go in there and you see like bunch of guys in there, like, you know, messing around, hogging a bench, you know, they're just kind of chit-chatting. They just pick up the weights, you know, curl it a couple times, put it back down. Like, that shit pisses me off. Like, what are you doing in here? Why are you here? Are you here to have a good time? Yeah, like, you can have a good time, but like, why aren't you trying? Like, try, you know, like, next time you go into a public gym or any gym, I want you to look around and look at the people's sets, look at their facial expressions, look at how much you think they're trying. Look at how fast they put it down once they start actually having to try. Having this mentality will separate you from the vast majority of people. If you can go in there and make every fucking set count like it's your last one. It's not a game. This is more than a game. And it's crazy, like, when you're at work and you see all of these old guys, all these older guys, like, you know, 20s, 30s, 40s, and you look at them and you just, I'm just kind of in awe of how they're even there. Like, I have no passion for my job right now at all. Like, I literally could care less to be there. I'm there because I need money, okay? I'm there because I need a paycheck. But for the guys that are like 30 years old, 40 years old, high 20s, it's like, how did you let this happen? Like, how did you let yourself decide that this is what you're gonna do for the rest of your life? Like, okay, yeah, if you have a passion for it, okay, do it, you know? But like, I know those guys are miserable, bro, because I hate it. And I love work. Like, I love to work. I love hard work. I love trying. I love building things. I love, you know, I take pride in what I do. But I wake up every day and I dread having to go up there, bro. So I refuse to let that happen. Before I ever end up having to work a job that I have no passion for, before I ever have to decide that I have to work a job besides this, I'll quit. I will quit and I will literally live on the street. Because if I don't get to work out for a living, I've been saying this for so long. If I don't get to work out and get paid, I refuse to live another way. Because I don't have a passion for anything else. And I'm not gonna do something that I'm not passionate about. It's just not gonna happen. You live one life. You live one life, and you're gonna decide to use that one life that you've been blessed with to work a job that you absolutely hate. I can't do it. I can't do it. Boys, we're at the gym, so you know what that means. Time to get in here, get a pump, roll the music.
Don't speak, no, don't try. It's been a secret for the longest time. Don't run, and don't hide. Been running from it for the longest time. So many mornings I woke up confused in my dreams. I'll do anything I want to. My emotions are naked, they're taking me out of my mind.
Oh my god.
Show me your shades, baby, on my neck, why don't you? And I won't erase it. I need your answer, need your answer. Right now I'm shameless, screaming my lungs out for you, not afraid to face it.
So, sweating so bad. Yes, I am doing shoulder press the same weight as I did chest. Is that a problem? Yes. But it is what it is. I feel so bad for these girls next to me because I stink so bad. Holy shit. Fucking never mind. That was too heavy. I guess it's kind of a good thing I'm not doing the same weight, but damn. We gotta hit this shit and make it count. Let's go.
The spirit of hard style.
All right, boys, that's the workout, man. Good lift, boys. Not every set was recorded. My phone's about to die, but hey, it is what it is. I'm about to get out of here. I gotta get to my girl's house and edit this. But yeah, man, it was a good lift. What you know about me being a fighter, bro? What's up? Back up, back up. What's up, man? Yeah, I really popped the bags, but all right, boys, to the next one.